Yes, welcome back to my channel, Top of the Cop TV. You're back with your boy Saint, looking like a black Russian right now. Do you know what I mean? Because it's cold out here. Yeah, man, we're back for the Burnley review. I wish I wasn't. Nearly didn't even do this video because had some bad news today. Been dealing with some stuff, you know. Lost one of our dogs. We lost, even though I'm out here walking the other one. So I said, nah, man, need to do this in the memory of Ty. Anyone that's lost a dog, then you know what it's like. Do you know what I mean? Like, listen, drop me a comment and let me know in it. Like, with that said, do you know what I mean? Like, share, subscribe, please, man. And drop a comment or engage. So yeah, man, I thought, you know what? Let me do this. And I'll do it in memory of Ty walking my other one, you know. So yeah. And then that brings me onto the game, which was dismal. Them lot played like them, man. They knew my dog. Like, oh mate, what the bomber. So yeah, let's get this started, innit? Let's get involved. It's over. It's done. This stupid unbeaten run of ours is finally done, innit? Like, basically, we got piped by Burnley. That is mad. Anyone that saw my review, my preview, I said to you, man, that I was having sneaky, anxious, anxiety attacks because I thought Ashley Wood was gonna pop up. Sorry. What happens? Ashley Barnes on some joke thing, like doing some Batman celebration. I said this. That's why I even put him in the thumbnail, because I just was like, something's telling me this ain't gonna go right. And I was right. I'm actually quite happy. When I say happy, I'm not happy. I'm vexed. I'm very vexed. But I'm happy that it happened like this. I'm happy that we lost our home unbeaten run of 68 games to Burnley. Yes, I'm happy, because the way that this club is trying to treat our fans is mad, and some of us are just buying into their bullshit, their nonsense. They're trying to spin stuff, and we're just having it. And I'm not having any of it at all. If we lose our unbeaten home run to a Man United, a Man City, a Leicester, they spin this as, oh no, well, they're the team in form, and you know, it's to be expected as such, and blah 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 blah. When you're getting absolutely smoked, yeah? When man like Ashley Barnes is putting man on toast, what you got to say then? You're getting beat by a team that hasn't beat you at home for damn near 50 years. That is the state of our current affairs. There you go. That says it all. Without having to like, nah, man, this ain't a rant. This is just me just being real. That says it all. What are you saying now, Klopp? Like, you're trying to tell me that this team doesn't need a revamp? Yes, it does. It's stale like old hardo bread. It is stale. Like, come on, man. We've got no potency. We've got a lack of ideas. Our fullbacks are done. One of Robertson is finished. Like, he needs a break. The exhaustion, we've literally ran this guy into the ground. Like, just we've got Trent, who, mate, his delivery used to be all UPS and that. It's all Hermes now. Like, it's all a long thing. It doesn't make sense. But then at the same time, I'm not going to pile on to him because he's a young player. He's a young boy who has surpassed any of our expectations due to his own standards. And he's just come back from C19 and he's had an injury. It's mad. Really and truly, Trent don't pick himself. Klopp needs to look at himself and actually say, what's going on? Because Nico Williams isn't... You had me fooled. I was the first one that was like, Nico Williams isn't good enough. And then I started to see like, oh, actually, I see what Klopp sees in this guy. And then you don't play him. Minamino has a blinder. Then you don't play him. I don't understand. I think that we all now know that it's bullshit. This team needs a revamp. It needs some serious, like... basically, everything Klopp was trying to say in terms of, oh, you know, we need time and all of that, I think he was just saying that just because. And I told you that in the preview, that we would see what Klopp really thought in terms of his lineup. And his lineup was shaken up, because we need a shake-up. Unfortunately, it wasn't good enough, because our patterns of play are still dead. Absolutely dead. Cross and inshallah. I swear down the amount of spam crosses. And it's not even like so much that the crosses aren't good, which some of them aren't. It's the fact that there's no one there. There's no one making any movement. In front of the 18-yard box, we look absolutely devoid of any ideas. It doesn't make no sense. And so the ball just ends up back at the fullback. And 9 times out of 10, it ends up on the right-hand side. It ends up on Trent's side. And Trent's just having to just... we just look basic. Like, you can see the attacks coming from Wade from last week. This doesn't make no sense. Like, how do I not know what it feels like to score a goal this year? Nah, real talk. Man, don't know. I haven't celebrated a goal in 2021. Crazy. Like, this is madness. What kind of year? This is madness. I said before, I don't care about league positions. I honestly don't care about league positions. We could be 10th. I wouldn't care, as long as the gap from 10th to 1st was no more than, say, 3 points. Now, it's not only league position, but the points are starting to open up. Now I'm starting to care. Now I'm starting to look at it like, yo, I said this before in my preview. This was a must-win game. Must-win game. No long tick. Like, this was a definite must-win game, because, and I said to you, no draws. Allow the weeding. No draws, man. Because a draw is as good as a loss. That's why I'm not even that pissed. I'm actually not even that pissed, because when I realised that this was going towards a draw, I was like, bro, long thing. And then we concede the penalty, and I'm like, you know what? Now people will wake up. Now you have no excuse, but you have to wake up. You can't spin this. Like, come on. Like, this don't make any sense. Some questions need to be pointed, need to be asked at Klopp. I think Klopp is really under it. I'm going to be honest with you. And listen, don't start getting, throwing my comments out of context. I'm not saying Klopp out. Klopp is still the best manager in Europe for me. However, I say that to say this. And before I do, again, remember, please slap a like, subscribe. Make sure you're subscribing. It'll go a long way. In terms of Klopp, no. There seems to be a real problem at the top of our kind of our ownership. Now, we aren't privy to certain things like being in meetings, so we don't know whether it's Klopp or whether it's FSG as a whole, should I say. Now, considering the type of football that we've played, given the type of players that we've had at our disposal, Klopp has gone beyond and above my judgment of him. He's proven to me that he's a world-class manager. Man hasn't had a squad full of world-class players. We haven't at all. We haven't. We've had some very, very good players, and we've had a few world-class players amongst them. But we have continuously played world-class football, and that is due to Klopp by all means. So then that makes me feel like, if we are in the position we are in now, Klopp didn't get to where he got to by being a stupid man. And it is evident, it's more than evident, that not only do we need some changes within the squad, but there are some real pertinent issues, like some real standouts. Centre-back being one. Anyone could tell you that centre-back is an issue. We now have left ourselves in a position with Van Dijk and both Gomez being injured and having no have no senior defensive centre back available, we're frail. We now have a vulnerability within the market, something that man like Michael Edwards don't play. He goes in there and says, this is what I want and this is what I'm giving you. You understand? So I don't get it. Now we can't go to certain clubs and say, oh, we want such and such, because they're going to be like, all right, cool. Yeah, it was 15 mil, but now it's 20 mil or 25 mil, whatever the case may be. And we ain't known to be that frivolous with our cash. Okay. Then I go back and I say, and a lot of these points as well, I've thought these. A lot of these points are my very own points, but I've seen them around. Obviously, I've just watched the Kopish review. Shout out them man there. Again, subscribe to that to them man there. And a lot of what I've been thinking has been echoed there. So it makes me feel like I want to then come and say and continue further the cause, so that maybe a lot more people who think this can start getting their voice out, and people can actually start hearing and start, like, we're not just sheep, just taking it, just like, okay, and we can actually say, nah, this ain't right. You can't treat our team like this. We're Liverpool Football Club. We've just won the Premier League, yet our name isn't really involved in any of the big, like Haaland. That should be we should be like, yeah, he's Liverpool bound. Mbappe, it shouldn't be a if, but well, you know them ones there. Like, actually, it's nice that I can bring up Mbappe amongst my footballing friends and not get laughed at. Nah, we just won the Premier League. If this was Manchester United, they would be getting Mbappe. Like, it would be one of them things. So I don't understand, like, why we are now we moving like Arsenal, yet we have actual valuable assets. We are a better team, but with this buy to sell model is killing us. Like, it's absolutely killing us. Like, we now know that we need a centre back. We have about 9 or 10 days left in the January transfer market. There's not even a sniff, not even a sniff of a man. Like, come on, brother. There is basically, I'm telling you this. With this loss, we're done. We're done. Done out here. In terms of retention of our title, we're done. Finished. Like, especially, I say that in addition to the fact that the way in which we're playing is shocking. And we have no kind of, even Thiago, I feel so sorry, bruv. That guy is such a different gravy. And he's looking like, yo, what go on for this? I had Lewandowski and Muller and Gnabry and this is all mad. There's only so much he can do, you know? So yeah, I basically say it's crazy. With the way in which we're playing, coupled by the games in which we have coming up, our next games are imminent. Our games are thick and fast, and they ain't easy. Obviously, Scum down the road on Sunday for the FA Cup. They'll probably pipe us because we're on an absolute joke thing. Then I think it's Tottenham, brother. And if I was Tottenham, if I was Spurs, I'll be licking my lips at the state of affairs in Liverpool FC right now, and I'll be like, yes, this is definitely the best time to be playing them. And then West Ham, who I think I read somewhere just won like 4 consecutive games since the first time since 1950s or something. They're on a nice little run of form. And we've got City coming up in February. We've got Leicester. We've got, oh man, it is peak. Seriously peak. We've got Leipzig because we're going back in the Champions League. Don't think that Leipzig won't pipe us. Like, if we're doing this nonsense, they will absolutely pipe us. Apparently, I just found out as well that Bayern Munich are in for Upamecano, so our big defensive midfield, CB that we're looking to get next year. Wagwan. We're all languishing in 5th, and big Bayern Munich with the muscles and that. Like, yo, wagwan. Showing you the Porsche keys and that. Obviously, you're getting in. Don't make no sense. And also as well, how they are trying to bamboozle, man. You won't get a centre-back, which is glaringly obvious that is needed right this second. You won't even get a body in. You won't get like even a mannequin in. Yet, we're supposed to believe that you're going to do this absolute splash in the cash in the summer. When have you ever done that? When have you ever done that? Our Premiership winning acquisitions came from you selling, and you didn't know that was going to happen because you wouldn't have accounted for Coutinho wanting to leave, but he did, and that allowed you to free up the funds to get the Alissons and the Van Dijk and the Fabinho and all of that. Like their man there, Kopish, have said, and I agree. How many of you lot can actually tell me that without Coutinho leaving, we get those acquisitions? Doubt it. So FSG ain't the type of owners to put their hands in their pockets. It's ridiculous. Like, it's actually ridiculous. If you look at the state of affairs at a club that has just won the Premier League, and we are the most successful club in England when it comes to domestic trophies. This ain't a Leicester thing where we're just happy to have been here. Like, no, we were supposed to be back on our perch. That was exactly what it was supposed to be. Now it seems like these men are just happy that we're amongst the top four. There's a saying, if you shoot for the moon, you aim for the sky, because there's no guarantee. So if you do your best, at least you're gonna be in the clouds then. If you're aiming for top four, what is this? You're going to be languishing in Europa League places. Like, come on. It just doesn't make any sense. My biggest fear is the fact that, like I already have a gut feeling that this isn't a Klopp thing. It wouldn't be. I wouldn't assume that he would be so arrogant. Don't get it twisted. Klopp has a lot to answer for. Klopp isn't completely blameless. We don't have Diego Maradona. Do you know what I mean? Rest in peace, Maradona. But boy, he was deserving of that handle at the time when he was playing, because the man was banging. We don't have him because you wanted to play him in a dead rubber game when we'd already topped the Champions League group, and you played him all 70 minutes in that, done at his knee. What is this? Come on, man. Now we're not getting what? Like Liverpool gonna get Diego Jota as a flipping Valentine's present. This is mad. Like, and that's on you. FSG never picked that team. That's on you, Klopp. Yeah, I'm just ranting because it's outrageous. It is actually outrageous. We're finished. We're finished. I'm having to see Manchester United, Manchester City doing up absolute bits. Aguero has just got COVID. And do you think that man care? Do you actually think they miss him? No, because their midfield is banging. When was the last time a midfielder of ours actually scored a decent goal at a time when we needed it? What? If it's not Bernardo Silva, it's Gundogan, or it's just bare man just popping up scoring. Like, us, it don't make no sense. Our reliance on... Think of this. Our reliance on a front three where two of the men don't even look like they talk to each other and they're in poor form is ridiculous. And you think you're going to break down teams. Now I don't even know what teams I fear, because we've got Brighton in our run couple weeks. I'm like, I fear that team because the way they set up is mad. Two banks of four is crazy, and then they've got man like Trossard and Mopé and Welbeck, and do you know what I mean? Obviously, it's written in the stars, man. Like you know that you go to I don't actually know if that game's at home or if it's away, but it probably is. But I would imagine someone like Lallana will be fit and bang against us. It just happens, innit? But I'm sitting there thinking, yeah, that type of team is not one that I really want to go against. But then I'm like, the way we're so flipping blunt up the top, do I really want to go against a team that's open and progressive? Because really and truly, if you're clinical on your day against us, you'll pipe us. You will pipe us 7-2. I wonder where I got them figures from. Like, do you know what I mean? It is likely to happen because we are just devoid of any type of, like, mate, our play with the ball, without the ball is all so static. It's just all so obvious. And it's just ridiculous. Like this team, it needs a shake-up. It needs an urgent shake-up. And I understand why man isn't going to go out and necessarily say that, because then you're going to try and, you're going to position yourself in the market a bit mad, trying to sell players. But when you don't have any senior defensive players, you're already positioning yourself in the market mad, because people are like, well, hold on a second. Do you know what I mean? Going to the starting lineup, I was quite happy. I was happy Origi was in there because he needs a chance. And to be honest with you, Bobby looking done out. Bobby's looking like, yeah, I was happy. Shaq as well in there. I was happy. I was just wondering why Minamino isn't in there and what's going on. But whatever. So yeah, I mean, looking at the lineup, I was as happy as I could have been. I was a little bit more encouraged when I seen Matip was in there, but a little bit perplexed when I heard that Klopp was saying prior that if Henderson had been fit, then he would have opted for Henderson as opposed to Matip. What is going on here? Like, what is this? What is this? Oh, mate. So, like, I don't know what's going on. Matip had a good game. We'll get into player ratings shortly. But yeah, I mean, I was a little bit more like, I don't know if optimistic's the right word, but I thought, yeah, we could possibly do this. Moving on into the actual game, I thought the first half an hour, I actually thought Origi had not a bad game. I thought, in terms of, I felt better in attack. When Bobby's in attack, I'm like, oh my, I'm literally like, what's he gonna do? Whereas I was like, yo, he looks dangerous. He looks like he could bang. Like, don't mess up, innit? And then they messed up and he didn't bang. But listen, we're not going to put the whole of our loss on that one opportunity. It's ridiculous. It's probably one of the few opportunities that actually, do you know what I mean, hit was on target. It's just like, when you're having as a striker, as a Lengman striker, you need consistency. You need to be in the team knowing that what you're doing is, do you know what I mean? It's just a little comfort blanket. Their man at the top have got too much of a comfort blanket. They know that whatever they do, they're not coming out of the team. Whereas it's completely the other way with a man like Origi, because it's like, yo, I've got maybe 40 minutes. Actually, I've got maybe 52 minutes. What kind of nonsense is that? Klopp's game management as well. Again, questions need to be asked. How are you taking off Origi at 52 minutes? That doesn't make any sense. That's embarrassing. That's actually embarrassing as a striker. Like, what are you doing? Why didn't you just talk to him in the changing rooms at half time and just say, yo, listen, you ain't going back out? Don't make no sense. And then you're probably going to try and call on him next game when you just literally held a man's balls in your hand. And then you're going to be like, yeah, listen, yeah, you're on, like, I need you to bang. Come on, man. Come on. It's ridiculous. Yeah, so, but I actually thought that maybe if he was on, I know that the type of leg man that Origi is, he would have known that he missed that, squandered that chance, like, nah. And he would bang again, but he don't even get the opportunity. What, you're going to go and put on Bobby, man? That miss as well, like you know what? I'm done. I have got no more words, man. Minamino's another one. I think Minamino's shook when he comes on. Like, I just don't know. He does a lot of work, but a lot of work is just hurried. A lot of work is just messy. There was an opportunity that fell to Salah, and I think Salah kind of shagged it because Minamino got in his way. I'm just like, brother, you're doing too much. Relax. Listen, I'm tired, man. I'm tired. I'm gonna get absolute corn all week from rival fans. So let me just finish and done this thing, man. Like, going on to player ratings. Alisson, he caused the penalty, innit? He caused the penalty, but he was outstanding in the game. Some saves. There was one Chris Barnes. Why do I keep saying that? Chris Barnes. Mad thing. The Ashley Barnes save when he chested it. There was a couple that I was like, whoa. So I feel a bit bad to give Alisson any less than a 7, especially when I felt like the penalty was a bit soft. If I'm honest with you, I'm going to be a man. It was a penalty. If that was the other way around, I'd be claiming a penalty. So don't sit here and say it weren't, la, la, la. It was a penalty. It was soft. It was soft. And it's a shame that in this current game, that's what we, you know, we're reduced to, but it is what it is, isn't it? Robertson, I think he's tired, man. I think he is tired. I think we've rinsed him. He's done out. And needs a rest. 6. Thought the 2 centre backs were actually really, really good. Well, Fabinho got spun, and I know that. Big up Stro. Like I said, I was watching the Coppish review, and I know he had a bit of a problem with that, and me too. But he's not. That's not his job by day. Do you know what I mean? And he's doing an outstanding cover there. So like, he just got to cut him some slack. So yeah, I would give Fabinho a 7. I would give Matip a 7. I thought they were pretty good, to be very honest with you. Like I said, Matip is top echelon, man. Just needs to stop having them brittle bones. Trent, 4. I thought he was shocking. I just feel like his decision making is off. His end product is off. And I just feel like he's a young boy going through a lot, you know? So just give him some time. Put Nico on and just let him come back into form slowly. 4. Thiago, I feel sorry for him, man. I feel sorry for him. I'm gonna give him a 7. Like, I feel sorry for him. I feel like he's doing bits, but even he, like, there's no movement off the ball. What can he do? So yeah, I mean, it was. I mean, I saw a couple of nice little passes and that. Again, no looks and that, but it's not really going anywhere. But again, that's not really on him. Genie was okay, but wasn't really. I felt like Genie, you are in the Holland team and you bang for them. You got yourself in a couple of progressive number 10 positions. Just bang. The one that you let go to Salah, I got it. I understood, and Salah did some joke thing, but you're good enough to bang in that position. And you can see right now that we're in need of some real spark, inspiration. Let off. 6.5 from Genie. Ox, I wasn't really that impressed with. Didn't really think he did much. 5. Mane, 7. I thought Mane was probably, again, as he always is, the more productive of the front 3. Bobby, 4. Honestly, I'm just losing my patience with Bobby, man. I really am. And what's worse is that the best of our chances are falling to him. It's not like he's just missing certain chances. You're missing like the best of our chances. Salah was equally as poor today. Just doing too much. Just bang. But like, it's like we want to score the best goal, or just 5 for Salah. I'm done out, right? I can't even think of the subs who came on. Origi. I did Salah and Bobby and they didn't even start. Sorry, Origi. He needs to put that away. I'm gonna say 5, man. We can't get higher than a 5 and not bang like that changes the game, innit? He puts that in. And Shaqiri, I actually thought Shaqiri had not a bad game, to be fair. I actually didn't mind Shaqiri. Without Shaqiri, who's linking up play, who's threading in balls, so he's needed. I'll give him a 7. Yeah, I've done that. Listen, we need a change, man. Listen, again, thanks for staying with me on this one, man. It's peak out here. We're absolutely washed. Imagine a time when, like I said, I ain't seen us. Oh, mate, we couldn't even win for my dog, you know. Ty, listen, this one's for you, man. R.I.P. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, like, share, all of that good stuff. I'll be back with a combined 11 for the Man U FA Cup game. I just want to just climb in the hole and not come out, man. Yo, peace. I'm out.